My name is Sarah Bernamoff, and I'm reporting from the Southland Leisure Centre in southwest Calgary. This is one of the evacuation sites that has responded to the Calgary flood of 2013, which has truly taken this city by surprise and has seen Calgarians open their hearts, and really we've seen the true face of Calgarians during this time.
So we're going to go and talk to some people and gather some personal accounts and their stories of what happened to them.
Thanks for speaking with us.
No problem.
What's your name, please?
Brad.
Brad. And what part of the city are you from?
I'm right up just off of Riverfront Avenue.
Can you tell us what happened? How did the evacuation happen?
Well, there was no warning at all. All of a sudden, there was just sirens everywhere, cops everywhere. And yeah, they were shutting things down. There was an army tank that rolled up on the riverfront. On my way to work this morning, I'm walking across 8th Street platform, or not 8th Street, City Hall. You notice Stampede comes up under the tunnel. And all of a sudden, right beside me, literally, all the water came up through the tunnel. And I look, and I see this water starting to trickle down about 1 inch, 2 inches. So I started skipping along, and next thing you know, I was running, literally. And
oh my gosh.
the guy, there was a car left in the parking lot, and the guy went to go save his car, and by the time he got out of the parking lot, it was up to his door handles, literally.
So where do you sleep here?
I think it's the gymnasium.
Do you have blankets, mattresses?
Yes, we do.
And everyone's in one large room?
Yes.
What about food?
Very, very, very generous people.
How about bathing and things like
Very
that?
generous. Very good.
I'm here with Brad and Ali, and one thing we wanted to know from both of you guys is what you do all day. You guys are here. What do you do?
We sit around, talk, think about what stuff's gone, what stuff's damaged, whether we have a home to go back to, for one.
Another thing I'd like to ask you guys is about your work scenario. So you've not been going to work? They shut the power off?
Yeah, there's no power to work with.
Do you know if you guys will be compensated for this time?
No, we don't.
You're saying probably not.
Probably not, no.
Okay, thanks guys. We wish you the very best.
I'm standing here with Andrew and Adam, and they've just on their way into the Southland Leisure Centre with supplies. They're going to tell us a little bit more about their story and their efforts.
So we live in the West Hillhurst community, and we're trying to help these people because our family and stuff, we really like to get into helping other people, and we don't like to leave people stranded.
They need the supplies to help them survive and stuff, and I think it's really nice that everybody's bringing stuff in. So we decided to help out. We brought some towels, and right here we have packs of toothbrushes.
You've been evacuated. You're not staying here, right?
No.
But you are staying with friends. So can you tell us your personal story of how you were evacuated?
Over that day, we had been just sort of listening to the news and all the stuff, and watching the news and seeing the footage of all the water flooding into our city. And they started to evacuate Sunnyside right by West Hillhurst. And my mom decided that, you know what, we don't want police running down the street yelling, "Get up, get out." So we put a red X on our door and we just booked it.
Again?
My name is Alan Howes, and I live uptown in the downtown core at a place called Baker House.
And how did you find yourself here today?
They came around door to door to tell us that we were being evacuated, and so it became necessary for us to be able to collectively, as a building of about 200 people, be able to find ourselves displaced way down here to the south end of town. So it's a bit uncomfortable, a bit unnerving for many people because, we are handicapped in many different kind of ways. So changes in their life in that way becomes very demanding. It is a challenge to everyone whenever you have to go through an evacuation. I know a couple from our building who aren't just worried about themselves, but now their son and daughter-in-law and their new grandbaby are also evacuated from a whole different area of town. So it's Calgary-wide. It becomes very challenging.
We're here with Shara, Nikki, and Ryan. They've come to the Southland Leisure Centre to also donate food for the people here that are staying here. So are any of you or your friends in communities that have been affected?
Yeah, I have a friend that lives downtown, and he had his car parked in his garage, and it completely flooded. So I don't think insurance will cover that, unfortunately.
What are you going to do with the cookies? My sister wants to know.
We're gonna keep them in our house and then bring them back tomorrow.
Did they tell you to bring them back tomorrow?
Yes, they did.
What else did they tell you?
They just told us that they don't need any more supplies right now in terms of food, and that we should bring them back tomorrow.
Good to know. Okay, so they're not turning them away, right, indefinitely, just at this moment. Hi, I'm here with Mevesh and Hassan. She's here with her family, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about what they've gone through and their experience with the Calgary flood.
We live in the community of Bones, and yesterday around, I was asleep in the afternoon, and my husband, he called me around 6. He said like it's flood is gonna come and some warnings have been issued, so just wake up and be careful. Then around 7 p.m. we had some city police, and they were going door to door, and they said you have to evacuate before 9 p.m. because your house is on little height, but if the flood or the water comes up, then you won't be able to escape from this place, so you have to evacuate the place. Then we packed little whatever we could, and we moved to a hotel in Montgomery. And then around 12 midnight, the city police again knocked at the hotel, and they said you have to evacuate the hotel at the Montgomery. So then we had no place to go, and they gave us a pamphlet or brochure, and it had some addresses of the recreation centers where we could go. So we came here around 1:30 a.m. But we are very comfortable here. Everything is being provided. We are, like, everyone is taking good care of us. Even kids feel happy. There is a play area. Food is there, washrooms, everything is like, it feels like a home, seriously.
What is your name?
Rafi?
Were you afraid in the middle of the night when they came and told you you have to leave?
No.
Did you understand why they were telling you to leave?
Plus, somebody was trapped too.
Yeah, people got trapped in their houses.
They got rescued.
Did you see any other ways?
By helicopters, boats, and fire brigades, and some were even by those heavy trucks.
How did you feel?
A bit scared.
Are there many other kids here right now?
No.
Like it's just you guys?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about the last 24 hours?
Well, we never expected this thing first thing in Calgary. We did meet a couple of people, and there was a man in his 40s. He came to us during daytime today around 1 p.m. He was saying that if we want to leave this place and would stay with him, and he lives nearby, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, that means a lot to us. And we thanked him. I said, no, we don't need it much, but I mean, you can look for other people as well. So it shows spirit, the connectivity, or you can say people respect each other, people care about each other. That's what we have learned from all these things.
I'm here with Abdul, and we're going to ask him a few questions about his personal situation. So he was just starting to tell me.
I came here as a refugee some 41 years ago from Uganda. The manner in which I was received by the people of Canada and by the government of Canada, it left a very deep impression on me. I was quite impressed. Now, that happened 41 years ago, and today it is very similar thing happening to me. We were given the instructions for evacuation, and I was kind of apprehensive as to what is going to happen. But when I came here, and the manner in which I was received, by so many volunteers, providing us a nice lunch or dinner or whatever it was, because myself being a diabetic, I didn't have anything to eat since last night. So it was not easy. And when I came here, I got a nice lunch, and I was so grateful, so grateful. When an event like this happens, it brings the communities together. Now remember, we are not the only country who go through events like this. There are other countries.
Right now?
Yes.
As we speak?
Yes. There are other countries who go through it, but when you go through an event like this, you see, my goodness, they are human beings just like us. They don't have so many resources, know how to fight such events. So we should be actually grateful that an event like this has happened to us, but we should also think about the people who are going through events like this almost on daily basis. Almost on daily basis. A family goes to bed at night not even knowing whether they will be safe in the morning. Whereas at least we in Canada, we can be grateful that we have got all the services available. Everyone is there to give you helping aid. And when that thing happens, we should be proud as Canadians. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you so much.